So in today's video, what I want to talk about is when is the best time to have a meeting with your accountant. And this is a really important one because the accounting community is really split on this. And what I've seen is the majority of accountants will have a meeting with their clients to actually sign off accounts. And that's kind of in contrast to what we do, because what we normally do is we offer clients a pre-year end meeting. And I just want to explain why we offer clients a pre-year end meeting and why, if you do have an opportunity to influence it, you should get your accountant to have a pre-year end meeting rather than an account sign-off meeting. Well, before we go into that, then to talk about what the main purpose of these meetings are. Well, the main purpose of these meetings are to help you save tax and to help you prepare for tax. And that's why it makes so much more sense to have that pre-year end meeting. Because when you have a pre-year end meeting and you identify an opportunity to save tax, you've still got time to implement that opportunity. In contrast, if you have an account sign off meeting and then you identify an opportunity to save tax, well, the challenge with the account sign off meeting is the accounts can be done anytime up to 9 months after that year end. So, whatever opportunities and issues that you identify in an account sign off meeting, which could be like 8 months after your year end, you're not going to be able to benefit from them in for that tax year or for that company year. So this is why it's really important to try and have a pre-year end meeting, because when you're talking about things like putting money into a pension so you can actually lower your corporation tax bill, it's better to do that when you've still got an opportunity to actually do that. If you're talking about bringing forward purchases, large equipment buys, stock, all that kind of stuff, it's better to do that while you've still got a chance to actually benefit from the tax savings that generates. So that's a really important one. But the other side of that is when you have an account sign-off meeting, you at that point, if it's 8 months after the year end or 6 months after the year end, you're not going to have much time left to actually pay your corporation tax bill. And if that number is not a number you're expecting, you're going to have not a lot of time to actually go and get that money together. So the whole point of the pre-year end meeting is that actually you get an understanding of how much profit you're likely to make. Obviously it won't be the year end yet, so you won't know exactly how much profit you can make. But if you're 10 months into a year, 11 months into a year, then it's probably quite easy to predict what's going to happen in that last 1 or 2 months. And your accountant giving you a rough idea of what your tax bill will look like for that whole year. So then you've got 9 months or 10 months to actually just put it together, and that's way better for your cash flows. So there is a very strong argument for having pre-year end meetings, and if you've got the opportunity to do that rather than have the sign off, account sign offs, they're not. If you've had a good quality pre-year end meeting, there's not a lot to really talk about in the account sign off because everything's pretty much just going to tell you what you were expecting. The caveat to all of this is really you've got to keep your records or your accounting software up to date, because if you don't keep your accounting software up to date, well, having a pre-year end meeting, no one's going to know how much money you're making. No one's really going to be able to advise you anyway. So those are the reasons. If you want to find out a bit more about how those pre-year end meetings work, and or if maybe you're with an accountant where you don't get any meetings at all, then definitely get in touch, and I'll see you at the next video.